I remember the AWOL movement was serious back then.
Come on, man. And we wasn't playing. City to city, state, ghetto to ghetto, project to project. And we trying to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to connect it. That's the thing, was to connect it. To give y'all the independent game. That's what we was doing. We was stopping talking to motherfuckers, bosses that had shit going on in them cities. They wanted to have rappers. And we was giving them the independent game. And they was cashing out. It was cashing out. You know what I'm saying? Just for an hour or two of just how it was. We got some numbers. Yeah, call this number. This where you press. This where you boop. This how you get your posters. This how you do. This whoop whoop. This how you get the production over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's man, we was doing that then.
Yeah. And at this time then too, like what, being that you had been in the game for a few years now, like how did the conversation evolve, like with you and 40? Because now you're a boss too. You're doing big things too, like 40 is at the time. So how did you guys' relationship evolve once you got really in the game like this?
Well, I guess 40 just seen my grind. And we had already, before I even got in the studio, it was already a little connection. Cause like I said, my partner and him was first blood cousins. So before we started rocking, we was already pretty much rocking, you know, around each other. You know what I'm saying? You know? So okay. I tell you, like when I first met 40, this is a cool thing. We was in some apartments and we pull up and we walking up to them. They all out there, about 5 of them, you know, they big, you know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker said, "Hey man, ain't that nigga that owe me some money?" They all look, right? The nigga looked and he took off running, right? So I took off running after him. Just out of the spot, I just took off running after him. And I caught him, right? Well, I slammed him. And then they all caught up to him and everything. And that's when I really first met 40, right there. Straight up. That's a real true story. I was just telling them that about a month ago. He was laughing on the phone and shit about that shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but see, he already knew, you know what I'm saying? He knew. And me and B Legit was kind of tight though, you know what I'm saying? But me and Billy was kind of tight. So all that was just family, like, man. You know, we was doing what we had to do, man. Staying strong, man.
Okay. So then what was the story, or how did it happen? Go from Tupac shouting you out on stage to actually doing the Trading War Stories from All Eyes on Me?
Yeah, well, I guess Pac was like Xzibit. You know what I'm saying? And one of the realest motherfuckers out the Bay, man, called me and said, "Hey man, Pac want you, man." You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Richie Rich. Shout out to Richie Rich, double R, man. Real double R, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Richie Rich. So he's like, "Yeah, Pac want you, man. We'll be doing a remix of California Love. And he want to get you on a new record. And we'll whoop this." You feel me? So that's how it happened. So we immediately we push. I get my crew together, we push down there. And I remember I was at everybody was at the Lamontrose Hotel checking in. 40, D-Shot, everybody. It was all there, Richie Rich, everybody, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people. So I'm checking in my room and I had a gas chamber hat on turned backwards. And then I just remember them saying, "Man, is that the bald head nut?" And I turned around and Tupac, you know what I'm saying? And he had 2 bodyguards with him. You know, he had these little, he had his 501 tank top brim on, you know what I'm saying? Chuck Taylor's jewelry on. He like, "Hey man, Sibo, you ride with me." "Yeah, you ride with me, man. I got the 500. You know what I'm saying? So he told somebody, whoever was riding with him, to you get in the van with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So we jumped in the 500. And I remember the first thing he played was Ain't Nothing But a Gangster Party with him and Snoop. Right? And for me hearing that record from that first day, still ain't never nothing ever made me feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there was a change. The game. It was a slash between, man, regular production and we bringing in players, and it just had this feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And from there, you know, all the rest of it just came about, man. You feel me?
And then with Trading War Stories, what was your experience like actually recording and making the songs?
really, you still hear me, right?
Yeah, because I want you to break down like I know and we've talked about. It's one thing to be recording with a mattress on the ground and a crate and all this other stuff, but then when you're doing
Oh, yeah.
trading, you in a real big studio and all this other stuff.
Man, we had Death Row recordings.
So break that difference down.
Records. You know, we had Death Row recording. You know what I mean? The studio. So they winding to get in. They got police out front. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take my gun, put it in the car. I'm like, goddamn. So they finally let us up in there. You know what I'm saying? And you got the big boards. You know, got the 5 mics in there. It ain't just one booth with a microphone. It's a booth with 5 microphones, like the Temptations just got out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I remember we came in there, it was juiced up. Oh, yeah, what we said, hey, man, we the Outlaws. You got the Outlaws together. He said, man, what I do with y'all when I first got y'all? Right, we was all in a little circle, right, everybody right there. He said, the Outlaw said, oh, he gave us a Xzibit CD and told us to study you. Real tough, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was all love. It was all love. And the first song we did, Pop was like, I got this beat. Matter of fact, I think Mike Mosley pulled up the track. And it was We Ain't Hard to Find. Well, yeah, that's why the mics was set up. It was me, 40, Pac, Deep Bila, you know what I mean, Rich, D-Shy. So we all went in there and knocked that down. Bam. You know what I'm saying? We came out. You know, Pac smoked a cigarette, ran it back a couple times. Then he said, hey, man, hey, I gotta do another song with you in my group, Dramacidal. I want to get you on this other song. So boom, we wind up doing another song. The same night right there. We do another song. And then, you know, everybody going crazy, you know, we come out, boom, we sit there, everybody talking and stuff, and then he say, man, I need one more song, man. I need one more song, right? He's going to put the Outlaws. We'll get that song with the Outlaws, right? So that was Trade War Stories. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, boom, we do that one. And shit, everybody's going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just like, man. And he was like, she was like, hey, man, we going to Japan. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take you to Japan and we'll this, you know what I'm saying? So at that point in my mind, I'm like, damn, got option of signing with Death Row. You know what I'm saying? You know, they trying to, you know, take me to, you know, on the trip and all this. So we wind up going to some mansion or some shit and listening to some music there. It was like a club inside of a mansion, right? It's hella people in there, bar and the whole motherfucker, like a big club though. And he was like, yeah, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna sign to Death Row. They're playing all this shit, you know, everybody go crazy. I said, nigga, I'm gonna sign to Death Row, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He said, nah. You don't want to sign to Death Row. Wait till I get my label. You gonna sign to my label. He's like, boy, you gonna sign to my label. You feel me? I was like, shit, okay, nigga. Shit, hell yeah, nigga. You feel me? So, but yeah, that's how that night went, man.
That's crazy. So how would you say it was different from you recording in that environment? And how did you see Tupac? Was he the same energy, whether he was recording or not recording? And then same thing for you. Like, what was that like?
He was pretty much always amped up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool, you know what I'm saying? But like, he was kind of hype. You know what I'm saying? I guess his record, he knew he had the bomb and record coming out. So it was like, and plus he just got out of jail. Shit. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was the one. You feel me? And that's the energy he had. You feel me? He knew he was that one.
Okay.
And it was respected. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Cool
and you also then continued One Life to Live Till My Casket Drops, and there was a lot of legal stuff going on with them, the courts trying to using, I should say, your lyrics against you to try to get you incarcerated more and all this other stuff. So looking back, and that's where I first got to come meet you, did stories on you for Chicago Tribune, for Rap Pages, all these things, and that's how we got cool. But for you looking back, what did that impact have on you as a person and as an artist?
Oh man, it's like they wanted me to. They didn't want me to, put that type of music out, being that I was from that type of, genre for real. You feel me? So they trying to stop me. They had it all in my probation papers, parole papers. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do this. I couldn't promote gang violence. I couldn't promote violence against law enforcement. All that crazy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stop hip hop, trying to stop this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you want me to do? You don't want me to do nothing. You want me to be back out there so you can chase me around. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that shit was all about. And a 3 strike, Pete Wilson and all that shit. And then, the probation officers I put in there, police people that was chasing us around the city. You know what I'm saying? There was some crooked motherfuckers. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess they didn't want people to look at them or something. I don't know.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Sound 5 on Yo MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.